on Laman Hamid Beis. Just go through it quickly. Ton Rabbanon. Arayus and Shnius Larayus. Arayus and Shnius, the Gemara discuss what this means. Ein lem knas lo pitui. If they're 12 years old, 12 and 12 and a half, they're raped or seduced, there's no knas. Hame'enis. Ein lo knas lo pitui. A menace is what? A girl who's a minor. She's menace. There's no knas, there's no pitui meaning. So the Gemara say it seems it's going like the chachomim, that even a katana pays knas. Eilinis ein lo knas lo pitui. Vayotz mishum shemra ein lo knas lo pitui. Now more it's my arayos, my shnios. What's the mean aray shnios? Ilay arayos mamosh. Shnius divrei sofrim, which normally shnius, that's what it means rabbinical ervo. Kaven de b'deraisa chazilei. Amei lo knas. If on the Torah it says lo si elisha, since on the Torah level you're permitted to marry her, it's only rabbinic. It's a rabbinic fence. So why don't you pay knas? If shnius means arayis rabbanon, el arayis chavi mises bezdin. Shnius chavi kris. Shnius means secondary to the more severe. So by chavi kris there's no tfisis kedushin. That's the reason why. One doesn't pay knas. Ava chayvi lavim, but if it would be like a mamzeres, yeshlam knas. Why? Money shimon hatimoni. We have before Shimon Money says lo si elish doesn't mean you have to be able to retain her, but rather they only have to have tfisis kedushin. That's sufficient. So if it's chayvi mizes, there's no chayvi kris, where there's no tfisis kedushin, there's no knas. Chayvi lavim, there is knas. Iga di amri. There's another version interpretation. Arais chayvi mizes bezdin chayvi krisus. You don't pay knas because there's no tfisis kedushin. Shnios, what are that? That's chayvi lavim. There's tfisis kedushin. Money, Rav Shimon Nasi said before, it's not enough only there should be tfisis kedushin. Lo si elisha means that you're able to retain her as a wife. And since a lav you're not able to retain as a wife, therefore there's no knas. There would be mamzeres. You would not pay knas for mamzeres. That is this case, mamzeres. Hame'enes, or let's say it be a grusha for a kohen. Hame'enes ein lo knas lo pitoi. A girl who was married rabbinically, and she was married, she walked out. Since there's a strong likelihood the husband had relations with her, so if she's raped or seduced, you don't pay. But it seems to be hoktana, balma, isla. But an ordinary ketana, although she's less than 12 years old, you pay knas. Money rabbanis, evidently the bryce is going like who? Like the chachomim. The amri ketana yeshlo knas, ema seifo. Let's see the seifo. Island is ein lo. Lo knas lo pitui. An island, if she doesn't develop normally, she doesn't have either. So evidently osel remeir, because an island is no worse than a ketana, correct? She doesn't reach puberty, she's no worse than a ketana. So if we've already established that a ketana gets knas, so why doesn't the island have knas if she's raped? So evidently the bryce is going like who? They're like remeir, dama ketana ein lo knas. So Mores v'hob mekatnusa yotz lebager. There's no period of naira. She's minor. Immediately she graduates to the more advanced level of maturity. So it comes out Reisha Rabbona Sefer Rameir. So it comes out we have a brisa which seems to it's all one position, and yet I have a contradiction. The Reisha is going like the Chachomim, and the Sefer is going like Rameir. Maybe the whole brisa is Rameir. And regarding Menes, he calls Rabbi Yehuda. What's Rabbi Yehuda? The Rabbi Yehuda says, meaning Rabbi Yehuda says she can be mayin even until she's 12 and a half years old. Even as a Nairish, she can be mayin. Does Remeir concur Rabbi Yehuda? Until what age could a girl who was married as a minor, could she walk out on the marriage? She reaches puberty, it's over. She can't be mayin any longer. And by that period of time, that's already almost you're holding by bagrus. So therefore, it's not a problem. It's going like Rabbi Yehuda. So you can't say it's going like Rameir. Rameir argues that a naira cannot be memayin. El Rabbi Yehuda, it's going like Rabbi Yehuda. Ubektana sovelak Rameir. By Ketana, he concurs with Rameir that a Ketana there's no knas. There's no knas. But yet he holds that she can be mayin until she's a bogeris. Mar says, V'homer Rav Yehuda. Does Rav Yehuda hold that a minor doesn't have knas? V'homer Rav Yehuda Marab Divr Rameir. He says, whose position is that only a naira has knas? Rav Yehuda saying his name is Rav, only Rameir. But according to Vimisa, Zudiv Rameh Rabbi Yehuda mi boile, right? According to what we're saying now, Rabbi Yehuda agrees with Rameir that a Ketana doesn't have Knas. So why did Rabbi Yehuda say Rav only it's attributed to Rameir and not to Rabbi Yehuda? And the Gemara says, Haitana Sovlak Rameir Bechado. The Tan of this Brisi concurs with Rameir in one aspect, meaning only a Nairo has Knas, that's like Rameir, but yet regarding Miun, until she's 12 and a half. Rafram Abba Maikasha, Manis Harui Lamain. Manis doesn't mean she's a what? She's a. Doesn't mean to say she was married. She's Rui Lamain. So Mercer listening Ketana. Right? Right? So let's just say Ketana, Kasha. Doesn't answer. Ailas Ein Lo Knas Lo Pitui. It says an islandess, if she's raped, she doesn't get Knas, there's no Pitui. If she's seduced, Remini. Learned in the Braisa, Chareshes v'ashoito va'islandess. A woman's a deaf mute. She's unstable. She's an islandess. Yesh lem kanas v'yesh lem tainis besulim. That if the husband marries and he says he didn't find her as a virgin, he could claim he has a claim. So there, what are we speaking about? We're speaking about tainis besulim. It's unrelated to kanas. There, we're speaking a ksuba of what? The man claims she committed adultery. Correct? Yesh lo v'yesh lo tainis besulim. She could say that what? That I was a virgin, and therefore, the question is, does he pay a ksuba like a basulo, like a bula? Someone says, "Hi, v'homad damyo, haramei rabbonon." What's the question? I'll tell you. That's going like Rameir. That's going like the Chachomim, right? That the Chachomim say Ketana yesh lo knas, and what we said before is going like Rameir, that a Ketana doesn't have knas. What was even the consideration? Shum the Islo, the Mimra Achriti, although you could ask an Astira from another Brisa. It says in the Brisa, Chareshes, Vashoto, Vabogeres, Mukasei, it's all these cases, Eilahem Tainis Besula. They cannot come with a Taino that we Besula, you know? The person is Meir Shistani and they're nasty. Normally, a woman, we had before, Amalil says, a man goes and he says, I didn't find her to be a virgin. She says she lost her virginity after she was married because she was raped. And Shimon says she's believed. It happens. But what about these women? If she's a deaf mute or unstable or bulgaris, mugasates, they have no claim. They have no such claim. Then it says asuma va'ilinis. What about if she's blind or she's this underdeveloped woman? Yeshlam tainis besulim. They do. Sumcha somem mishum remeir suma ein lo tainis besulim. If she's blind because since she can't be careful, she doesn't wear. She could have fallen or something, and she lost her virginity, so she's not aware. But what? An analyst has the claim. So again, so what do we see over here? That an analyst has the claim for knas. So how do we reconcile the two? Before it says analyst doesn't have a knas, and here it says analyst does have a knas. Lukash Haram Malil Harib Shimon. Ramalil says she has a cheskes besulo, so we say it happened later. Rabbi Shua says no. If she comes with a claim, she says that I was a psula when we got married and I was raped, is one thing. Where do you find Rabbi Shimon Gamliel says that even if she was talking about she's unstable, she's not capable of coming with a claim? How do we even there Rabbi Shimon Gamliel says that you treat her like she's a psula? Ain't Kevon Domer of Leo Mehem. The Gamliel says if she would come herself, she would be believed, right? In this situation where she's not capable of representing herself, this is like, you represent the mute, even though the mute can't speak. We represent the mute. Something you could say yourself, you don't say it. You didn't say it, we don't come to bat for you. But if something where you're not capable of saying it, because she's either a shota or a deaf mute or whatever it is, we learned in the Brisa that if she's a Bulgaris, she can't come say she was a psula. Okay, Vomarav. Now, what is a Bulgaris? Because we say that a woman, who, as she matures, naturally, she loses it deteriorates. She loses her virginity naturally. So, it's a question: if she loses it naturally, now, if a man has relations with his wife, she's a psula, and he finds blood. What do we attribute the blood to? We attribute the blood that it was as a result of the psulim. We don't attribute that she was a nida. So if that's but if you're saying a bulgaris, there's no tanis basulim. So if that's the case, if you have relations with a bulgaris and you find blood, he should immediately separate from her. Yet we'll see the halacha. If she's a bogeres, the first night, as many times he has relations, any blood that's found the first night, we attribute to the psulim. So that's the first question. It says, "Bogeres ein lo time psuai v'omarav bogeres nosno lailu harishon." That the first night, as much blood as you find, we attribute the blood that it came from the wound. It's not menstrual blood, right? V'omarav bogeres nosno lailu harishon. Second, Merce is like this. Ikotan tainus domi im hochanamik. If he would come and say, I didn't find blood, he has a claim. Because even the bogeres is some degree of blood. He says it wasn't that the obstruction, there was no obstruction there. So we say as a woman gets older, because it starts shrinking or whatever it is, it deteriorates, so it felt like pesach pasuach, but it wasn't a pesach pasuach. Therefore, he has no claim to say, well, I didn't find it. If she's blind, she has no tainus psulim. Because what do we say? Because she was blind, she fell. Or my time to sumchas. Yeah, because she trips, she falls, and she may have actually fallen to the ground, and from the impact, she lost her virginity. She's not even aware of it. Howard, you hear it? Nechvetis. You know what the word nechvetis means? Chavota. Slammed. She was slammed to the ground. Right? This is without wrestling. You know, you can be slammed. Okay, a body slam? Right. Okay, bring back memories to Howard. Okay. Okay. That's Howard. Suma in lo tainis my timer the sumchas amr observe nation echvetis al gabi karka. Someone asks, kulinami chabuti mechti. I mean, every child, as they're growing up, right? A woman, you fall, right? Someone says, kulon roos umars limon. If they fell and they saw blood, they'd immediately run to the mother to show, because they wouldn't know what it is. Zu eno roa ve'eno mare lima. But when she fell, she didn't realize that there was blood. So therefore, she may have lost it. She didn't even realize she lost it. She believes she's a virgin, but she's not a virgin. And she may have lost it as a result of the accident. Because she's blind, she can't see where she's going. Then the Bryce says, mishum shemra ein lo knas lo pitui. Let's say the husband claims that she committed adultery. That's motzi shemra. She has no knas lo pitui. Samar says, hayotz mishum shemra. What's the case of motzi shemra? Husband marries a woman. Then he claims she committed adultery, and he brings witnesses who testify that she committed adultery. See, we're talking about knas. She has no knas. Why is she still alive? She's deserving to be stoned. We're talking about a Naira Marasa who commits adultery. Someone asks, what are you telling me? Right, Hayotzis Mishum Shemra, Baskili, Amrav Sheshis, Hochi Komar. This is what Mishi Yotzle Shem Rabbi Aldusa. A woman, a girl, as a child, she was whatever it is. Word went out that she had illicit relationships with men, but it was only like a room, people were talking about it. Why? What's the reason? Because we say you never know what happened. So you see from here that if you have a document and it's questionable whether it's a viable document, you can't collect. Because here we don't know for a fact. People said she had loose morals. That's enough for it to what? That she forfeits the ksuba. She can't claim she's a psula. We don't have factual evidence that she had relations. So it seems to me if you have a document and word goes out that the document is questionable, its validity, right? So you shouldn't be able to collect with it. What exactly? Is the word went out that the document was a forged document. Is that the rumor? People say the document is a forged document. Right? The kavosa, the nofla kolo, the zanoi, similar. Word went out that she was a loose woman, she had all kinds of relations, sexual relations with men. That even if you have such a rumor, we just dismiss the rumor. That unless it could be verified by witnesses that you dismiss it. Same here. El dosa beitrei, v'amali the two, tavatinu bisura. There's two people come and says, she tried to sell herself. She solicited us to have a sexual relation. Two people testified to this. The kavosa hocha, same thing here. Dosa beitrei, v'amali two, a woman, two witnesses come and say, Sam, this woman came and she solicited us. and now she gets married, and the husband doesn't find besulim. So we say we attribute it. If we have that kind of evidence, even though nobody saw the actual act, but she's already soliciting people for sex, we say, you know something, it's very strong likely she did, and therefore she's not a besula. Amalu zaifuli, right? To also be trey, Amalu ditu, Amalu zaifuli. We're speaking, two witnesses come in, a man, they say, this man came, he says, he asked us to forge a document on his behalf. That's what, same type of rumor, right? Samara says, Bishlam mahosam shchichim prutzin. Elohochi im huchzak kol Yisrael, im huchzak kol Yisrael mi huchzaku. He says, we find the flirts, women are loose, right? You find the prutzin, right? So therefore you can tell me that what? That if witnesses come and say, you know, she solicited us, so she can't claim she's a psula. But in terms of here, Elohocha im huchzak kol Yisrael mi huchzaku. Right? Word went out that the document was forged. Since factually he was looking for somebody to forge the document, there's a very strong suspicion that he succeeded. Therefore, the document cannot be used. Unless it's proven beyond any doubt that it's not forged, you cannot collect with the document. No, even separately. Each one says, she came to each one of us and tried to solicit us. No, see, he's asking a good question. A man who solicited for sex, it's very likely the man, you know, was attracted to the woman. But a man says, you know, could you please forge a document on my behalf? Because he's a bad guy. That means other people. Just because he's already forfeited his cheskes kashrus. But the people, they rejected him. Right? They rejected him. So if they rejected him, why is the document no good? Right? A man who solicited in that area, you say, there are many people out there, they'll acquiesce or they'll succumb. But a person who says, you know, could you please forge a document? He's the bad guy. But what the people who he goes and seeks it out, they're not bad people. So in that Gemara answers, came in the Mahadar Ziyufi. We say, Ema Ziyufi Zayif, he wrote it himself. Not that he had other people. He forged it himself. The man was desperate. He forged it himself. Rashi says, "Hu atzu lomeid lechavin ksav hadome lechsav yidei oedim shechosan bo." Originally asked him to sign falsely on a document. He couldn't find any customers. Nobody was going to do the wrong thing. So he did it himself. Okay. Yeah. No, she solicited others. Right. So if they come together, we put that. Yes. Okay. Ve'elu she'elhem knas. These are women where there's no knas. Who are they? Habale giores. Because the first Mishnah speaks about a giores. Was a giores when? Before she was 3 years old. Here we're talking about she's a giores. She converted after she was 3. Elu she'elem knas, habal ha'giores, ala shvuya, a woman was taken captive, ala shivcha she'niftu, right? Shivcha that was redeemed, she'nizgairu, she'nishtachru, they were converted, they were emancipated. Yiseris al beno shlosh shanim yumecha, but when did they convert? It was more than 3. So if that's the case, if they were raped or whatever it is, they're not going to be virgins. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Shvuya shenivdis, a shvuya, captive that was redeemed, was ransomed. Harei b'kedushosa. Afal pishigidol, even though she's an adult, maybe a child they're not going to rape, but an adult woman, he says no. Even an adult woman, she retains her kedusha. Api shigidola. It doesn't mean to say she's going to be permitted to a Kohen. No, she was ransomed. She was taken captive by Goyim, and she says, Rabbi Yehuda says, she retains a status of Kedusha. According to that, she should. I'm not sure. 1 second. We'll see. Haba Bito. So Bito is what? Personal relation is Chayv Misa. They would say, Kim Lemi Drabinai. Haboal Basbito, your granddaughter, also Mrs. Bezdin. So it's Kimlim Rabine. Al Bas Beno, Al Bas Ishto, Al Bas Beno, Al Bas Bito, Elam Kanas. Why isn't there no Kanas? Nei, Shem Schai Benavsho. Because there's the death penalty. Shem Oson, Bidei, Bezdin. Cholom Schai Benavsho, Emishal Moment. Everybody agrees. No argument. Everybody agrees. You say Kimlim Rabine Shenemar, Vim Lo Yoson. When do you pay? If there's no tragedy. Onishi Onish, but if there's a tragedy, if there's Mrs. Bezdin, then one doesn't pay for the fetuses when she miscarried. Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Dosa, Rabbi Echad. Rabbi Yehuda says in the Mishnah, Shvuya, she's Omedus B'Kedusha, so she retains her status of sanctity. Right? That's the Mishnah. So Rabbi Yochanan says, Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Dosa, Rabbi Echad. Rabbi Yehuda, Hadamoran. Rabbi Yehuda stated in the Mishnah. Rabbi Dosa, Detanya, Shvuya, Chelis B'Truma. You hear this? Rabbi Div, Rabbi Dosa. Normally a woman's a zona. A zona is not permitted to eat truma. He says, Reb Dosa says, Shvuyo chelis b'truma. So how could she eat truma? If we suspect, we treat her as if she was raped by a goy, how does she eat truma? So evidently you see she retains a what? A kedusha. So you see, so Reb Yehuda and Reb Dosa are one and the same. Omer Reb Dosa b'chima also lo arvi halos. She says, the Arab who took her into captivity. What did he do to her? Because he fumbled her, whatever it is. He touched her. Is that enough? He has to have relations with her. Omer Rabba, Dilma Lohi. Maybe no. Atkan lokum Rabbi Yehuda elo shlote chote niskar. Shloye chote niskar. Avol hosam k'rabonot svirlei. Yeah. Atkan lo Rabbi Yehuda elo shloye chote niskar. You know why he says she retains her kedusha? She retains her kedusha because if you raped her, you're going to pay. Choti niskar, you rape her and you get away free, scot free. Therefore we pay. But over there, what are we talking about? Maybe reviewed the host eating truma. She's not going to be able to eat truma, right? Factually, a shvuya, we suspect she was raped by the goy, by the Arab, but she was a captive. She was taken captive by a non-Jew. We suspect she was raped. Again, it's rabbinical. So in regard to kenas, we make the man pay kenas. What you rape him, we're going to let you get off scot free because we're stringent rabbinically. You're not getting away with this. You're going to pay. So Rabbi Yehuda will hold. 1 second. Therefore, he holds that a shvuya, if you rape a shvuya, you pay kenas. But in regard to truma, right? We say we're machmir. We suspect maybe she was raped, and therefore she cannot eat truma. She's a zona. Okay. Okay. Today truma is only drabonan. Rabbinical truma, we say she can eat. Abel kanas doraisa, but to obligate her, kanas was doraisa, karabonis firle, that a shvu you don't pay. So therefore, Reb Dosa and Reb Yehuda are not necessarily in agreement. Omale Abaye, so Reb Abaye says to Rabba, Rabba's his Rebbe, Omale Abaye, the time to Reb Yehuda hochshli choti niskaru, Tanya. Is it because the reason why we were penalizing him because he said you think you're going to rape or get away scot free? No. Tanya Reb Yehuda omesh shvuya shenishbis hareip kedusha. We say a shvuya who was taken into captivity, she retains her kedusha. Afilu bas eser shonim ksubosa masayim. You hear this? He says even regarding ksuba, even if she was taken into captivity when she was 10 years old, when there's a stronger likelihood she was raped, the husband, she's married, the husband has to give her ksuba as if she was a virgin. But if you're telling me it's only regarding the rapist, we penalize him, because we say you're not going to get away scot-free, you're going to pay the knas, so why ksuba does he have to pay 200? As if she was never raped. So evidently you see that Rabbi Yehuda, when he says b'kedushasa, he means she retains her kedusha status. Right? So therefore the same thing would be regarding truma. The Gemara wanted to differentiate. When you raped the shvuya, Rabbi Yehuda says you have to pay knas. Shli choti niska. We're not going to say you think you're going to rape it, you're not going to pay. You're going to pay the penalty. But regarding truma, we're going to be machmir. We're not going to let you eat truma. Right? We're not going to. Mar says, no, but it can't be, because Rabbi Yehuda says if she was a captive, even 10 years old, she gets married, the husband has to pay a ksuba of 200. So what does that mean? So we're not penalizing anybody. So evidently, what are we treating her? We're treating her like a bona fide a virgin. But regarding getting married, what is choti niskar? You're going to pay the $200 ksuba because you're a sinner. We're not going to let you get away with it. It's not getting away with anything, right? Hear this? He says, you know what the reason is? There's a reason, even though there's no choti niskar. Shvuya that we say that we machmir, we say we treat her as she was raped, right? I'll say truma she can't eat. But if we say she was defiled, nobody's going to want to marry her. Right. So therefore we say regarding ksuba, we're not going to allow a rabbinic stringency to prevent her from getting married. So therefore, you know something, we say she's like a virgin. You pay ksuba 200. So it's to make her more attractive to people. We allow it on a Torah level. We keep it 200. No, so truma she won't eat. She won't eat. Truma she won't eat. So the rapist pays 200. 50. Knas shleichoti niskar. And by marriage, it's 200 because our chumrah, we're going to prevent her from getting married. No, we're not going to permit it to a Kohen. Not going to permit it to a Kohen. Shruya, well, Truma and the Kohen is the same thing. We're going according to Rabbi Yehuda. According to Rabbi Yehuda, Rav Dosi should be permitted to a Kohen, maybe. According to what we said before, it's only Truma Drabon or not. V'sov, somewhere asks, if it's rabbinical Truma, we're not going to permit it to a Kohen. Because a Kohen is a Doraisa, right? There's a question we had earlier. Truma that came from Iraq, that area, because it's so close to Israel, there was rabbinical Truma over there. The produce had to be tithed. Well, there's a question today, after the Churban Abayis, maybe the Truma in Eretz Yisrael is only rabbinical. It's not a Doraisa. Smar says, "V'savar Rabbi Yehuda b'tkushasa kaimo." You mean to say Rabbi Yehuda says she retains the status of kedusha? V'atanya, we learned the Bryce hapodes ashvuyo yiso eno. It says the one who redeems the captive, he should marry her. Yiso eno meid bo lo yiso eno. Yeah, this means a person who redeems the captive woman, he's permitted to marry her. Wait, made bo lo yiseno. Yeah, meaning like this. Yeah. The one who redeems her, he's permitted to marry. Why isn't he permitted to marry her? But if he testifies that she wasn't raped, let's say he's a Kohen, he's not believed. Of course, we say, since he has a personal interest, therefore we don't believe him. No, he's not a Kohen. No. It can't be. So, is he? So why? Yeah. No, but then it's a person who redeems. Wait. No, I understand that. A man, he's a Kohen, the one who's ransomed. Okay, good. It says he's permitted to marry her. I'm asking you a question. How's he permitted to marry her? She may have been raped. So somebody has to testify that she wasn't raped. Correct? So what do you need Meidbo? If she, no. I understand that. The pod. So what does the pod mean? He's pod and meid. He's doing both. I mean, the Gemara is going to say that. Hagufa kasha. Rabbi Yehuda says benkach or benkach yiseno. Even if he ransoms her, he cannot marry her. Someone says hagufa kasha. Amrid, you said hapodes ashvu yiseno. The one who redeems the captive, he's permitted to marry her. Hodetona meid bo. But if he testifies she wasn't raped, lo yiseno. Someone says b'shum the meid bo lo yiseno. So why, if he ransoms her, why can't he? I mean, evidently he also testified she wasn't raped, right? Otherwise, he's not permitted to marry her. If he does two things. First, he ransoms her, and then he testifies she wasn't raped. Then he's permitted to marry. Right? You said, Meid bo kedi. Lo, you said, but if he only comes to testify, then he's not. So what's the rationale? The rationale is like this. If a man is willing to spend money, we're not going to say he's going to lie. But if the guy's going to get away, I'll say she wasn't raped. He'll have a wife. Didn't cost him anything. So then, if there was no investment of money, we don't trust him. We say he's only saying she wasn't raped, so he should be able to marry her. But if he went to the expenditure to redeem her, that's what we're talking about. He spent the money. So that's somewhere says Makashal Rabbi Yehuda. He's a Kohen. He's a Kohen. Yeah, 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 yeah.
This is similar to the man who's making the wedding for the wife, his own wedding, and then he has a claim against the woman. And he says because he's
That's different. That's different. That's different. That's different.
but he's spending
No, there's different. There, we're speaking about he wants to embarrass her.
no.
He made up a lie. The guy's not. If his original intention was to make up a lie, what is he making a wedding for?
Right.
It's a different concept. Different concept there. Somewhere we call it Kashler Yehuda. Why is it different according to Rabbi Yehuda? Rabbi Yehuda says she's b'kedushasa. He says benkach lushienos. How do I reconcile it? Right? How do I reconcile it? He says even if you have the expenditure, you still can't. Just the opposite. Because she has a cheskes kashrus, she's b'kedushasa. Even if you don't have the expenditure, you're believed. Keep the Bryce intact where it says Rabbi Yehuda says benkach lo yiseno. Rabbi Yehuda lidvrem de chacham karmatu. Lididi, according to my position that I hold, you go after the cheskes kashrus, benkach yiseno. Whether he ransoms her, he doesn't ransom her. In either case, he's believed, because you have what? You have a cheskes kashrus supporting it. El didchu, but according to you, benkach lo yiseno, right? But according to that, why? El lidchu benkach lo yiseno mi boilek. Right? What? What's the boilek? No, the Chachamim say, the Tanakama says, but he says, you shouldn't. For the same reason why when you can't testify, you don't believe him, even if you ransom, you shouldn't believe it. What do you differentiate whether you ransom or just testify? If you rely on the chazaka, we should make no differentiation. You should marry in either case. Yeah. And if you don't rely on chazaka, even you redeem it, you shouldn't. Yeah. Right. That's what he says. How do you split it? Rabbanon say no. Hapodes ashrui made bo yiseno. Why lo shadi yishluzi b'chdi? Because as I said, if the man went and made a financial expenditure, that's clear the man is not lying. Person doesn't waste his money. What did he come up with a ransom? Made bo kadesh lo made bo lo yiseno. Why shem nosneinable? Because after he saw, why not? He'll have a catch. Cost him nothing. I'll tell you what the difficulty is. He says lo shadi yishluzi b'chdi. He ransomed her, and then he says she wasn't raped. So we say, why do we believe him? Because the Chacham say, because a man went to ransom her, a man's not wasting his money. So let me ask you a question. There's no mitzvah to ransom. Let's say a Jew's taken captive. There's no mitzvah to ransom. Maybe ransom is a mitzvah. So how can you even discuss a man doesn't waste his money? What do you mean? You're saving a Jewish life. The woman's a captive by Goyim. So what are we talking about with Loshadi? A man's not going to waste his money. So therefore, that tells me he's telling the truth. You have my difficulty. The Gemara says, what's the reason? The Chacham responsive. When a man spends money, Loshadi inish juzi b'chdi. A man's not going to lie because he's not going to waste his money. What do we do? The reason why he ransomed because there's a mitzvah ransom. Now he ransoms, he sees she's attractive, he wants to marry, so he's going to lie. But the initial motivation was nothing to do with marriage. There's a mitzvah to ransom a person. Pidgin shvuyin. You want to look in your other Gemara there, the soft covered. All bottom line. Towards the bottom. Shadi was the Cook Lamed Vav, bottom line. Nothing. Okay. Let's go further. Rami Rav Papa, Rami Rav Papa by Shmuel Rav Yosef. Rav Papa went and asked contradiction to Rav Yosef on Lamed Zayin. So Rav Yehuda says that what a shvuya, she retains her kedusha status. So he asked him, so Rav Yehuda kedusha kaimo. You meet Rav Yehuda's of the opinion that she retain her status and therefore you pay knas. V'otanya, we learned in the Bryce Hagiyores Shinizgairo Rosadam. Right? A Giyores who converts and she sees blood. Rebudo Medai Shaita. Right? Now, there's a question like this. If a woman menstruates, it's a mission in neither. A woman menstruates, and let's say within 24 hours, let's say 12 hours prior she touched Truma. Do we say, now that she saw blood now, she menstruated now, therefore before, when she touched the Truma, no, to the opposite, She saw blood now, so a woman has a cheskes tyro. She has a presumed status, she wasn't menstruating. So if she sees it now, what do we say? It happened now, therefore if she touched something previously, even, let's say within an hour ago, it's not contaminated. Because now she became contaminated. Or do we say, it's possible that the blood already was expelled from the uterus, it just didn't come out of the body yet. So that's called dayan. We say that anything that she touched within 24 hours, we say it was possible it was in her body, it already was expelled, just didn't come out of the body. So that he says, it says, she converts, she sees blood now. Rebudome dayashaito. Dayashaita means, when you see the blood, she's tameg. What she did a moment ago, she has a cheskes tyro. Yeah? Why? What's the reason? She just converted. Howard. He's 3 hours earlier. I said, you're 3 hours earlier? Body time. Okay, if a goy menstruates, what's the status of menstrual blood? Nothing. It's not tummy. So she converted. She went to, she just converted. It's not she's already a convert. She just converted. Now, the day of her conversion, she comes out of the mikveh, she sees blood. So what do you say? Even if the blood may have been expelled from her body 15 hours ago, but 15 hours ago she wasn't Jewish. So what do I say? So because she's a Giores, therefore I say Dayashaitit. Now this blood came now. Because the blood from previously, it's irrelevant, that blood. Right? It doesn't count, that blood. Okay? So that's it. Hagirshin is Gaira V'rosadam, Rebuda Omer Dayashaita. What does it contaminate? Now. Rabbi Yosef Harik Chol HaNoshim. No, we don't treat her differently. Since now the laws of menstruation apply to her, I don't treat her differently than any other woman. Just as any other woman, anything she was in contact with in 24 hours, it contaminates her also. Chol HaNoshim Metames Leis. Umepkidu L'Pkida. Yeah, well, you know, Pkida is, let's say the woman checked herself 4 hours ago, and she was clean. She did an internal exam, she was clean. And now she finds blood. So how far back could you go? Can't go back more than 4 hours. Because if she checked this 4 hours ago, she didn't find blood, you can't say it may have been in her body 15 hours ago. She checked 4 hours ago, it wasn't. So that's what it means. We treat her like all women. She's metama meis, that anything she came in contact with within 24 hours is tamei. From the last time she checked herself. From checking to checking. Pekida means checking to checking. Now we speak about hafchana. You know what hafchana is? If a woman let's say if a man dies, before somebody's permitted to marry the widow, you have to wait 3 months because she may be pregnant from the previous husband. A woman converts. She can't have relations immediately. Why? Because maybe she already conceived previously, so the child will be born a Jew, but this child has no father. Because whoever impregnated her, she wasn't Jewish at the time. And if she gets married, we're going to think it's the husband's child. It may not be the husband's child. Therefore, you know something? You have to wait 3 months before she gets married. The convert. Okay? Rabbi Yossi Mati Li Ores. Rabbi Yossi says, no, she's permitted to get married and be fully married immediately. So what do we see from here? Rabbi Yehuda says that a shvuya is what? She has a cheskes kashrus. Right? B'kedushasa. And here Rabbi Yehuda says, a giores, we suspect she had relations. Somebody asks, it's like day and night. You're asking from shvuya. Shvuya is a Jewish woman. She was a shiksa before she converted. So you say, if a Jewish woman, she retains a kedusha, so the shiksa should also. What does one thing have to do with another? Right? Amalei Gioris Shvuya Karamis. You're asking a question from Gioris on Shvuya. Gioris lo mitra nafsha. A woman, she's not Jewish. She's not careful who she has relations with. Shvuya mitra nafsha. Right? A Shvuya, she's going to be careful. She'll do whatever thing she can that she should not be defiled. So therefore, that's why the Shvuya retains a cheskes kashrus, and the shiksa doesn't. So Mer says, Rabbi Shvuya, no, there's a contradiction by Shvuya. What is it? Titania. Hagiores, Vashvuya, Vashivcho, Shiniftu, Shizgaivu, Shinshtachu. This is our Mishnah. Yiseris albinos gimel shon of Yom Echad. Tzrichas lamtin gimel chodoshim Rabbi Yehuda. Yeah? So we have over here, Shvuya. You have to wait 3 months before she gets married. Rabbi Yossi Mati Liores Nose Miyad. Now this is a contradiction. If Rabbi Yehuda holds Shvuya is b'kedusha osa kaimo, so what do you have to wait 3 months? The presumption was that she was not raped. This is a bona fide contradiction, right? So he says ishtik. The question was asked to Rav Yosef. Rav Yosef remained silent. This was a stunner. Omar Leser, Rav Yosef says to Rav Papa Bar Shmuel, Midi Shmuel Ochbar. He says, so what do you have? Maybe you heard something about this? You're asking a phenomenal question. I have no answer. Maybe you heard something. Omar Lehochi Omar Rav Sheshes. Shirua Shenivalo. Yeah? With people we saw she had relations. The Shvuya, she had relations. So she had relations. Do we have to suspect, maybe, did she conceive from that? So that's why you have to wait 3 months. Smar says, by time Rabbi Yossi. Terrific. So why does Rabbi Yossi say you get married immediately? If actually the witness is saying that she had relations, as Rabbi Yossi say she could get married immediately. Maybe she conceived from that, and it may be from the goy. You hear the question? Phenomenal question. Omar Rabbo Ksob Rabbi Yossi Isha Mizanu Mishameshes B'moch Shtul Tisaber. We could say with certainty, if a woman knows she's going to be raped, she puts a cloth in there, a gauze. No, that it should absorb it, that she shouldn't become pregnant. Whereas Bishlam Giores came to Daitel Giores. You see, Giores says, since she has in mind to convert, Mitra Nafshi. So they could say, even if she had illicit relations, whatever she was, but she did so therefore Rabbi Yossi says, she gets married immediately, the Giores. Shvuya Nami Lo Yoda, Hecha Mimti Lo. Right? Said, but whatever Shvuya, Nami Lo Yoda, Hecha Mimti. A shvuya, a woman never knows. She always is prepared. Does she ever know when she's going to be raped? She always has a cloth within her. Shivchanami, the Shomei Piboro, also a shivcha who's emancipated, she already heard, she was in the good graces of her master, and she heard already talking that they're going to free her. So therefore what? She would make sure to behave. Therefore Rabbi Yossi says she'd get married immediately. In each one thing. Rabbi Yossi doesn't differentiate. He says a shivcha kananis who's emancipated. What about if the master knocks out a tooth or an eye? That's a base of emancipation. That's something you couldn't prepare, right? She couldn't prepare for that. Maybe you want to say something came suddenly. Rabbi Yossi holds it there. She does have to wait 3 months. Where did Rabbi Yossi say she doesn't have to wait 3 months if it was what is a conscious emancipation? But it was due to an injury where the master knocked her tooth out or her eye. Maybe Rabbi Yossi agrees. So is Harei Anusa Befuta the Memelo? What if a woman's raped or she's seduced? That's something you can't plan for. She was raped. V'tanya Anusa Befuta Tzrichas Lam Gimel Chodoshim Di Rabbi Yehuda. If there's a woman's raped, she's seduced. Before she gets married, you have to wait 3 months. Why? Because she may have conceived. Rabbi Yossi Mati Liores Nosim Miyad. Yiddish. Rabbi Yossi says no. She get married immediately. So see, even something which is memela, something which you can't plan for. So what's the rationale? Why? A woman goes, even if it's something suddenly, a woman could actually abort and prevent that conception from taking place. Right after she has a relationship, she does all kinds of physical, strenuous activity which will dislodge or cause that the conception should not take place. And if it did, it should abort it at that point. Isha misapeches k'dosh lo tisaber. So she should not become pregnant. Sheyetza zera v'lo yiklo tu. Va'afilu midi de memelo motzi lemevid v'chulen osas king. So every one of the cases, if it's unprepared, she's able to interfere. So why doesn't Rabbi Yehuda concur with this? This is Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Yehuda says, no, you got to wait 3 months. It's true. But maybe she didn't do enough strenuous activity to dislodge it. So there's a chance she is pregnant. So if there's a chance she's pregnant, so good. So what's the machlokas? Rabbi Yossi holds, it's so remote, I'm not concerned. Therefore, she get married immediately. Rabbi Yossi says it's not so remote. It's possible she didn't do it well enough, and she may have conceived. Therefore, we have to wait always 3 months before we allow her to get married. It's good. Right, exactly. Because she may have done it before and then it happened afterwards. Here, when she's raped, okay, she does it immediately. Right, it's good. Ethics says, a person who has relations, rapes his daughter, or seduces his daughter, or his granddaughter, or his wife's daughter, each one carries the death penalty. Everybody agrees you don't pay knas. Why? Because you say, Kim Leim Rabni. What's the pasuk you don't pay? Because it says, Lo ye also onishi onish. Only if the tragedy doesn't take place, when the mother doesn't die, that's when you pay for the fetuses, right? Do you learn it from here? There's another pasuk. What's the halacha we have? No, first there's one action which carries liability of malchus and mammon. Could the court convict them on both? Why? Because it's kedei rishoso. The court can only convict them for one infraction, not for 2. Mishum risha achas tomachayv yitomachayv mishum shtei rishios. So what do we need a pasuk to likim leim? We have a double liability, death penalty and money. Say the same thing. Just as you can't give malchus and mammon because it says the court can only convict you on one, not both. Here also, 1 and not 2. Finished. Mishum risha achas tomachayv yitomachayv mishum shtei rishios. Some more answers. Chadu misu mammon. Chadu malchus mammon. No, I need 2 psukim. Lo yoso only speaking death and money. If you have death penalty, here we're talking about what? Malchus and mammon. Kedei rishoso. Tzricha. What do we need both psukim? Diashvin misu mammon b'shiko ikod ibud neshama. I say, you know why you can't convict them both? If a person's already dying, you know something? The lesser liability is left gone. You're absolved from the lesser. Because it's so severe, you take a person's life. Aval malchus, like even the shama, but when you give a person malchus and you pay, you haven't killed him, right? There's no loss of life. So when there's no loss of life, the court convicts you on two things. Right? That's the rationale. Emelo, viash, so good. So tell me malchus and mammon, and then I'll say kolch game. Viash mina malchus and mammon mishum del chamiri yisuri. Yeah. The reason why you don't give him much, evidently, if it's malchus and not death penalty, that means the infraction wasn't that serious. Correct? Because if it would have been serious, it would have been the death penalty. The l'chami surei, av a misa moment, the chami surei, aim low. I'd say, throw the book at the guy. Death and pay. If I have a person to tell me, no, that if there's the death penalty, you don't pay money. Therefore, I need both psukim. Smart says, Lord Meir, Doma Loka B'Shalom, we had Rameh before. Tati Lam. The contrary of Rameh, the Rameh says that when you have Malchus and Momo, you pay both, you receive both. So what do we do to psukim? On that verse, Chadol B'Miso Momon. One is when you have the death penalty and a monetary claim. Chado B'Miso Malchus. Right? Utzricha. One is to absolve you if it's death penalty and money, and the other is what? So in the case of where he hits the woman and she dies, you don't pay for the fetuses. What is that case? That's death penalty and monetary payment, paying for the fetuses. And the other one, the Rishoso, was Misa and Malchus. The Ashminon Misu Mam Mishum Dechado Gufek, Vechado B'Mamone. If you'd only tell me Misa Mam, and I'd say the reason why you're absolved, because one has to do with the body and the other one has to do with his money. So that we don't do. Of Misa Malchus, the Idi Gufe, there, they're both you're affecting the body. See, you can't affect two areas: your life and your asset. The children are what? That's the asset of the husband. Why does he deserve the death penalty? Because you took the woman's life. Two different things. The money belongs to the husband. The children, the fetuses, you pay for the husband, and the woman died. So I'd say over there, why? Because Avo Misa Umalkos, the Idi Gufe, Ema Misa Arichta. Hear this? I'd say Malchus is like death is an extension of death penalty. When a person is put to death, it's painful. So it starts with Malchus and ends with death. What happens if you beat a person to death, God forbid? So until you hit him, give him that last, right? Up to that point, so it's an additional. It's the same. So one transitions into the other. Malchus transitions into Misa. Okay? By the court. This is the court. This is the court. Yeah. Heavily. We don't hold like Rabbi Chuni ben Akoneh. We rule that has to be the death penalty. By the court. Right. That's what we had. A person rapes his sister. Right? It's koris, but you pay the knas. V'yesh misa malchus the tardi begufei lo avdinim. You don't afflict the person on twice, death and malchus. Av a misa moment the chad beguf chad mone ema navid bo tzrich. Therefore, I need both psukim to be continued.